Okay, energy medicine is where I started this journey of learning about and using and utilizing energy. And this was that my first teacher, Barbara St. Dennis, was a energy medicine practitioner, expert in my mind, and her teacher was Donna Eden. And Donna Eden is basically the founder, I would say, of energy medicine because she was able to really not just feel energy movement, but see energy movement. And because she had that gift and ability, she was able to see how things were flowing and moving in the body and when things were stagnant and where things weren't moving in the brain, in the organs, in the different parts of the body. And so as part of teaching how to utilize energy through energy medicine, she came up with a energy routine. She calls it the daily energy routine, and it roughly takes between 5 to 10 minutes to do this routine, but it sets up your day and your body just to be so much more ease and fluid and flowing so that you can do the things that you want to do with more energy, with more vitality, with more joy. And so at the very beginning of my energy medicine training that I had, my teacher taught us this energy routine. And this was in the early 2000s. And this is truly, I have been doing this routine every day since 2003, 2004,
Wow.
every day. And what's amazing and wonderful and fascinating is my husband does as well and doesn't miss a day because you can feel when things are not flowing and moving. You can feel the difference when you've done it and when you haven't done it. Sometimes I'll do this like first thing, so we know how we go about our day and things get crazy busy and you forget. So I always do this first thing, and then I notice if for some reason I haven't, there was something going on. It's like, God, why is this such a struggle right now? Why are things moving and flowing? And man, I'm feeling just a little kind of low. And it's like, oh my gosh, I didn't do my energy routine. And then I'll just sit and
Forgot.
I'll just do my pieces. I wanted to be able to bring this to you all as a practice to truly do as often as possible. There's some of these moves that you'll actually, and we'll talk about that, but you'll actually maybe want to do at certain instances, during the day for certain needs. So we just want to give you an overview of what this routine is. Donna Eden has a ton of material out available, YouTube things and descriptions that you can watch her go through the process or her teaching of it. But I know this is such a fundamental part of my day that we wanted to be able to give you an awareness and a teaching of this.
One of the reasons why we didn't record last week is because I had a bad cold, and I was so tired, and I just did a few of these steps that Susan is gonna demonstrate today, and I felt so much better. Had much more energy throughout the day, and it just was so uplifting, and I only did a few of the steps. So,
Yeah.
this is gonna be exciting that we're gonna be teaching
Mhm.
everyone all of the steps.
Mhm. Yes, there are some of these that have come and gone from the basic 5-minute routine, and so again, 5 to 10 minutes is what it's claimed for. And these ones we're teaching are the ones that are pretty easy to understand what we're doing and to catch on to the movements. There's some that for different needs in the energy medicine books that are broader and a little more difficult to learn, and so we're gonna teach you the ones that are pretty quick and easy to learn, and the base of that routine.
So,
And
someone
one
like my age would be able to do these easily.
Yes, in fact, there's all of them that most people can do quite easily, and we'll tell you the few, like if you have trouble, in your balance, and so there's a couple of the routines that you sit down for, and there's one that you do sit down for just because that's how the routine works. But we'll kind of tell you some of those, and I guess that will go into this little disclaimer. Any movement and exercise routine, be aware of your body's, where your body's at, and if it can safely and comfortably do these things. None of them are meant to cause any kind of pain at all, and so they're not that kind of a form of an exercise. but are, some of them you're upright, sometimes you're lifting your legs. And so if those are any of an issue for you, beware, you are in control of your health. We are just giving you possibilities, and you need
Mhm.
to understand what's safe and best for you.
And we don't know. We don't know what your circumstances are. So
Right.
please just be aware that if you're like, oh, this is kind of difficult for me, then don't do it. Be aware that what your body is telling you. And that's one of the reasons why Susan and I are doing these episodes, is to help give you that awareness of what your body is telling you, whether it be emotional, physical, mental, or spiritual. So
Yeah.
this is a physical way to bring that awareness to your body that maybe you didn't have in the past. When you try these, we would love to hear from you. Both Susan and I will have our emails at the very end, and I think we also have them at the beginning. So let's dig in, shall we?
Perfect. Perfect.
So Susan is going to be demonstrating. I'm going to be telling you what they are, and Susan is going to be demonstrating. Note that you're going to be taking some deep breaths, and we have had an episode on deep breathing, and I do that all the time now. In
Yes.
fact, I couldn't sleep last night, and I did my deep breathing and fell right back to sleep.
And I did the
And it
same thing last night, so it
I
works.
don't know what's going on, but I just couldn't sleep. And just know that these are meant to be gentle movements. And sometimes you can make them slow movements. So they're meant to bring balance and harmony and flow into your body and into your being.